I'm here with volleyball coach Mike Lester. Coach, great season last year, NCAA tournament appearance. Coming into this year, it's going to be one of those things that you say, how do you do an encore to that?
Yeah, last year certainly was something that was a lot of fun for the players, and they worked hard to earn it. But we've already forgotten that. We've moved on to this year, and hopefully we can have similar success. But it's going to take the same amount of work. It's not just going to happen.
On paper, you look at your team, you've returned virtually your entire lineup. Obviously, you lose Courtney Runge and Jess Larson, which are big losses, but to have Jess Mate and to have Sarah Gardner and to have Britt Terwinka back, obviously you got a strong nucleus to maybe make another run into the NCAA.
Yeah, sure. That's certainly our hope. We do return 5 out of 7 players that saw significant playing time last year. So that certainly is a benefit to us, and especially in our conference. Having experienced teams and experienced players in our conference can be critical because we know that every team has really talented players, and sometimes that experience can really pay off.
One of the things I noticed with your team when we traveled to the NCAA tournament is they're very much a team-oriented group of individuals. Nobody stands out. You look at Sarah Gardner, an All-American, and you wouldn't know it by talking to her. It's all about the team. Is that still the attitude this year?
It really is, and it's kind of been my mantra since I started coaching, is that if you can find a group of people that'll put the team before themselves as individuals, you have a pretty good chance to have some success.
One of the things that you've done in all the years that we've worked together is I've noticed the schedule that you put together is one that is very difficult. You can look at the Sugarloaf Classic this weekend as a perfect example. You're playing some very tough teams, which hopefully will set you in good position for regional rankings, as well as get ready for the conference.
Yeah, for sure. It is critical. We know how tough our conference is, and we certainly could go out there and play a schedule where hopefully we could get some easy wins and things like that. But it really doesn't do you any good on a couple of fronts. It doesn't prepare you to play conference play, which for us is clearly the most important part of our season. But it also doesn't help you on any kind of national level at all either. So this weekend, going out and playing 4 region opponents, the opening weekend of the season, could really set us up for some good things.
Ranked number 24 in the preseason poll. Obviously a nice feather in your cap to start with. Any concern that maybe the heads might get a little big?
No, not at all. Not at all from our team. We talked about it when it came out. It was interesting. Tessa, my assistant coach, and I talked about it right when that poll came out as to how to approach that with the team. And we talked about it just as a starting point. This is where a lot of people who know volleyball a little bit think we might be. Other than that, it really doesn't mean a lot. It's kind of exciting. It's kind of a nice thing, but it's really a starting point, and hopefully we can build on that.
You open your season on Wednesday against Viterbo at home. How do you approach that match? Obviously, it's an NAIA school. You'll play NCAA rules, so it counts. But how do you approach that match, and then as you get ready for the Sugarloaf Classic?
Yeah, it'll be a little bit interesting. It will be how we approach most of our early season matches, and that is really just trying to find a lineup that's pretty consistent. Doesn't mean the best players all the time, but a group that plays together well. So we'll probably play a couple of different lineups on Wednesday, and really kind of start to get things ready for the Sugarloaf Classic and then ultimately the conference season.
Sounds good. Wednesday night, 7 o'clock at the SMU gym against Viterbo. Good luck.
Thank you very much.